Good morning. In the last class, we have seen how to integrate of indefinite integrals. Okay. Now, in today's class, our target is definite and indefinite integrals. Definite and indefinite integrals. Now, coming to definite and indefinite integrals, there are few basic things that you are supposed to understand. Now, in maths, how you will have an integral is integral of f of x dx. Okay, you are going to give it as g of x plus c, but I told you in physics we neglect this. Now, why do we neglect this in physics is, okay, in physics there is one more type of integral called definite integral. Okay, so in this definite integral, what is exactly going to happen in definite integral is your integral of f of x dx from x equal to a to x equal to b if it is equal to g of x. Okay, now you will follow the same procedure in calculation, but only thing is, okay, from x equal to a to x equal to b you will substitute it like this, and whatever answer you are getting you will substitute in upper limit minus lower limit once. Okay, so this is what you do. Now, in definite integral, what is happening is this part is called lower limit. This part is called upper limit. Okay, so why we are neglecting this constant means, okay, that constant is compensated by, okay, that constant is compensated by the fact that, okay, that constant is being compensated by the fact that, okay, you have limits. Okay, limits will take care of that constant. Okay, in physics we don't need to keep extra constant. Okay, that is why I asked you to neglect it previously. Now, if you consider solving the equations, okay, integral of f of x dx is equal to g of x from x equal to a to x equal to b like this, that is going to become g of b minus g of a. Now, okay, your conclusion of story is, okay, repeat what you are doing in, okay, repeat what you do in indefinite integral and, okay, repeat what you do in indefinite integral and, okay, substitute the limits, okay, substitute the limits and subtract, okay, and subtract to get the answer. Okay, so this is what you are supposed to do in definite integrals. Okay, definite integral, same procedure of what you do for indefinite integral. Okay, indefinite integral means indefinite integral is without limits. Okay, indefinite integral without limits, definite integral with limits. Okay, indefinite integral without limits, definite integral with limits. Okay, so repeat what you do in definite integral and substitute the limits and to subtract to get the answer. Okay, now if you try to consider some examples, okay, so if you have, for example, integral of x square dx from x equal to 1 to x equal to 2 like this, then what is your answer means, okay, In indefinite integral, what is that you do here? You will write this as x cube by 3 from x equal to 1 to x equal to 2. So that will give you 2 cube by 3 minus 1 cube by 3, that is equal to 8 minus 1 by 3, that is equal to 7 by 3. Okay. Next, coming to integral of x power minus 2 dx. Okay, from x equal to 3 to x equal to 5, let us say, then its answer is, okay, indefinite integral of x power n is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So that will give you x power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1, lower limit 3, upper limit 5, that will give you x power minus 1 by 1 minus 2 is minus 1 from 3 to 5, that is equal to minus 1 by x from 3 to 5, that is equal to minus 1 by 5 minus 1 by 3. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, with minus sign, whatever is bracket of, so that will give you 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5, so that will give you 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 by 15. Okay, next, similarly, okay, if you take integral of 2x square plus 3x dx from x equal to 1 to x equal to 2, like this. So how you do in indefinite integral, that will become integral of 2x square dx from 1 to 2 plus integral of 3x into dx from 1 to 2, that is equal to 2 times x cube by 3 from 1 to 2 plus 3 times x square by 2 from 1 to 2. So that will give you 2 times 2 cube minus 1 cube by 3 plus 3 times 2 square minus 1 square by 2. Simplify to get the answer. Okay. Next, next is, okay, let us try to calculate integral of x power 1 by 2 dx from x equal to 1 to x equal to 2. Now if you stick to the definition, okay, what is that you are going to get here is, okay, if you are sticking to the definition, you are going to get x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So finally, if that is the case, that is going to give you x power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is equal to x power 3 by 2 whole divided by 3 by 2, that will give you 2 by 3 times x power 3 by 2. Okay, so this is what you are supposed to do. Next, now these are your basic examples. One more example, integral of cos theta d theta from theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi. Now if you do this, integral of cos theta is how much, means it is sin theta, because derivative of sin theta is cos theta, from 0 to pi, that will give you sin pi minus sin 0. Now sin 180 is 0 minus sin 0 is 0. Okay, next, coming to next part, integral of sin theta d theta, if you take from 0 to theta equal to pi, so your answer is going to become integral of sin theta is how much, means minus cos theta from 0 to pi, that is equal to minus cos pi minus cos 0. So cos 180 is minus 1, cos pi is minus 1, minus of minus is plus 1, so finally you will get 1 plus 1, that is 2. Okay, here cos 180 is minus 1. Okay, so like this, okay, we will get finite values. Okay, now in physics, what is that we do is, in physics, okay, we try to use limits in terms of time often. So that is why we'll take some more examples. Okay, integrating with respect to time, we'll do it. So integrating with respect to time. So if you are integrating with respect to time, integral of kt dt from 0 to t is going to become, okay, k is constant, you can take it out of the integral, so that is going to become k times integral t dt from 0 to t, that is equal to k times t square by 2, that is equal to kt square by 2, upper limit minus lower limit. Next, second question is integral of 3t square plus 2t into dt from t equal to 0 to t equal to 4 is, okay, that will give you 3 times t cube by 3 from 0 to 4. If you are integrating, plus 2 times t square by 2 is the integral for second term, that will give you 0 to 4. Okay, so you simplify, 3 will go off and 2 here will go off, so you will get 4 power 3, 4 cube minus 0 cube plus 4 square minus 0 square. So simplify, you will get around 80 to be the answer. Okay, next is, if you have integral of 12t minus 3t square into dt from t equal to 0 to t equal to 3 dt like this, then it is going to become 12 times t square by 2 is the integral value 0 to 3, because you have a minus, it is not plus, it is minus 3 times t cube by 3 from 0 to 3. So that will give you 12 by 2 is 6 times 3 square minus 0, 3 will go off, so you will get minus of 3 cube minus 0. So simplify, whatever you get, that is the answer. Okay, next, integral of, let us say you have alpha t plus beta t square plus gamma into dt from t equal to 0 to t equal to 1, let us say. Now in this case, your first term integral is alpha t square by 2, lower limit 0, upper limit 1. Okay, whether alpha is inside also, it doesn't matter, if not you can write it out. So if you are writing it out, this will become alpha times t square by 2 plus beta times t cube by 3 plus gamma into t from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Okay, so upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, so calculate the upper limit and then you simplify, subtract the lower limit accordingly. Okay, so this is your definite integral. Okay, so this is how you do the basic functions. Okay, now with this part, okay, your definite integrals are done.